Hi there, welcome to Anne's Space. You might have seen this map already. It's the route that I plan to take as I hike across England. And yep, these are some of the things I got up to in this video. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the hiking. So here we go, starting off from Cald, and it's drizzling yet again, but that's okay because everyone is still smiling. And yes, I'm still at the back, walking along, watching out for puddles. I like this little village of Cald. I walked down here last night, as you will have seen earlier in this video. It's like everyone's got a case of the giggles today. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we're starting the second week. It's very funny.
I'm used to the other gloves you gave me is liners, and I don't have to do that because she gave me liners for my winter gloves and just pull them out and go.
Hiking on these trails takes no time at all to gain a bit of altitude. Sheep surveying the situation, and a few more ruins over here. So this used to be the management offices of the lead mining company that existed in here. So when did the lead mine close, do you know?
It was the beginning of the 20th century, it tailed off.
Beginning of 20th century, so a long time ago.
A lot of people often they stay on the low route throughout.
So that's an option.
So Dave was just saying this is the mistiest, if that's such a word, that he's ever seen it through here. But I love it. I think it's awesome.
HUSH, and what they would have done at the top of here, they would have had a large body of water held back by wooden slats, and when they were ready they'd have let the slats go and the water rushes down, strips the area of vegetation, revealing the seam. So they go in and then extract the stone with the lead in it, bring it out, take it to a smelting area by Hulse or whatever, and then smelt it down using peat as the heat source.
Right.
Extract the lead, take it off. That's exactly how they do it. Yeah.
So once they release that water and it strips the land,
Yeah.
is that it? They never have to do that again?
No.
There they go, the happy hikers. So what we've seen a few times on this trail is people running. So they're called fell runners, and they even have some events. I did share a dorm with someone who was going to do a 100-kilometre fell running. So this is an example, like yesterday we can see in the distance how there was areas that they burnt off. So this is what they've done here. They control burn off of the heather and then let it grow back, and it's much better for feed for the animals. And in saying that, look at the scragginess of this country here. You know, we got more remains from the lead mining down there. Very, very scraggy hills. Beautiful though, but not soft and gentle like the moors. And I think this is where we're heading, to these old buildings. So many old ruins in this country, you know, hundreds, thousands of years old, and then just decades old. There we go. A few other people on the trail, and Jane coming up, and Chris coming up, and Rosemary coming up. So quite a different area here. We've just come down through a very slippery, muddy, rocky path next to the river, and thank goodness it's flattened out because I wanted to take some video. There you go. So we've just stopped here at Gunnerside for lunch. I had a hot coffee. How good was that, from a little cafe? And we found this little garden where we can all enjoy. Oh yeah, there's the crowds. And there's Rosemary in her sou'wester concentrating. So this is actually the perfect spot. And Dave's done it again and cancelled the rain during lunch hour. So well done, Dave. And here's a little bit more of the village and the sundial. Yeah, you need to really brain teaser that one. And yeah, oh, I think that might actually work. There's enough sun there to give a shadow. So looking back to where we just had lunch, just had a little bit of a climb up there, and there's all little feed barns, and also the sheep go in there when the weather turns really bad. So this is very pretty. Bit of a steep climb after just eating my bacon buddies. Oh yes, so every day at breakfast, I don't eat all my breakfast. I keep my bacon and some toast, and I have bacon buddies for lunch. And a few more pics of the day before we stopped at Reef for the night, and it was a different night from any other that we'd had so far. So sitting here in Reef, just had our dinner, and tonight's World Cup final night, so it's still another hour and 40 before the game, but it's a lot of people watching a TV screen, so it should be an interesting evening, okay? So here's the village of Reef, and I'm just going for my evening walk. It's lovely to wander around. The kids are playing in the common. I was listening to them before talking about what they think the result will be for the Europe Cup. It's being played tonight, so that should be fairly interesting. But it's a lovely little village, Reef. There's a variety of accommodation, a very nice big one over there, lots of private houses as well, which I'm walking past. So I can't remember what this river behind me is called, but the area is called Swaledale, yes, and it's spelled exactly as it's said. But what a pretty area it is. So green and so fresh, and I'm just so glad I made the decision to do the coast to coast. And it's just a bonus doing it with a group of ladies. Like, we're all just getting on well. We just chat all day, which is just wonderful. But I still like my chill out time in the evening for going for a little bit of a wander. And yeah, I just guess to reflect on my day and how fortunate I am to be here. So, good morning from Reef. Look at that, blue sky. What a great way to start the day. Yeah, had a really good night's sleep. Watched the game, World Cup final, Spain against the UK. I think I already mentioned that, in the Buck hotel accommodation that we were staying at last night, and had the best night's sleep ever. Seems to be that I sleep better when there's a bit of noise and plenty of fresh air. So certainly had that last night. So yeah, it should be a good day. I'm looking forward to it again. Well, here we are heading out of Reef, and look, no backpack covers. How good is that? Fingers crossed we can stay that way all day today. Some people, like myself, have got shorts on too. So that's the Marrick Priory, which is now being used as an education centre. It was built in the 1800s. So we just went past a field of lambs crying their little hearts out because Mama was being shorn. Poor little lambs.
You can only buy alcohol in these special shops.
Oh, okay, so it's all controlled.
It's all controlled.
Wow, yeah. Well, we can't buy alcohol in supermarkets
Yeah.
in most of our states.
Yeah, that's true in Canada too. I think in
Yeah.
Alberta it's a bit different though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get used to the different. Well, I'd only just get used to the
You know
different
why?
provinces.
Because in
So we've just come to the small town of Marks, and this is St Mark's Church. It's the Church of England church. And Dave's brought us inside because it's a beautiful, cool area to have our morning tea. And because it's such a beautiful day, to sunscreen up. And the ladies are taking advantage of all the snacks. So from the church it's been walk, and my knee's hurting a bit, which is a pain in the bum or a pain in the knee, and we're just stopping for a breather and to enjoy the view. So we've arrived in Richmond, and Catherine's pointing out the really good shops to me. We've had a couple of op shops / charity shops, some bakeries, little cafes. Well, I haven't been in anything like this for ages. Feels like I've sort of come back to reality. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, it certainly makes a change from paddocks and sheep and stone fences. So we had a quick stop in Richmond, stopped and had lunch in the square and a wander around, and then it was time to head down to check out some waterfalls. So we've just come on a little diversion down to the bottom of Richmond. This is Richmond Falls, and it goes back up to the town of Richmond. Well, this field is something totally different to walk through. Dave says he thinks it's peas, but don't really know. Do you know what this crop is?
Rape.
Rape.
I believe so. I
Okay.
think I'm like 80% sure it's rape.
Okay. Thank you, Ruth. Okay, so it's handy to have these Toronto ladies because they're able to identify the crops. This one is barley. I'll keep them on. They're useful information providers. Love going through these crops. So pretty. And the golden's wonderful. And it's very wibbly because I have to watch where I'm going and make sure that people don't bang into the back of me. So now we have a crop that we're not too sure what it is. Rosemary's finding out. Yeah, we've got friendly cows. They're just interested in eating. Oh, milking cows. It's beautiful walking through the paddocks. Not so great when you walk through a cow pad though, which is what I just did. I should know better. Oh, maybe that British mushy peas. Yeah, there we go. I love the sense of humour. So now we're going down a steep trail and then we're going under the A1. Could be interesting. Very noisy. Well, this hike certainly isn't all hard work. We do stop at a pub occasionally, chill out and have a cold drink. Then it was time to carry on. Yep, read the signs, make sure we're in the right place at the right time, and then we met some wildlife. You never know what's around the next corner. Why I just want to know. No. we don't understand Dave's
Whenever you see
jokes.
somebody that looks grumpy, you always say, "Why have you got a long face?" He actually has got one.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
So it's like it's a reflection of his physical characteristics compared to someone's emotional feeling of a long face.
Anyway, as I said, moving on.
Well, I love walking beside fields where there's different animals. So there was just that little miniature pony. But take a look at this. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're beautiful. Behind a barbed wire fence, of course. So cute. Oh, you're going to see Catherine. Now we've just arrived at this pretty little town, Bolton on Swale. There's a hand-operated water pump. Don't think there's any sign about the history of that. But today's a little unusual. I'll flip you around so I'm actually looking at you since I'm just walking. So here am I walking through Bolton on Swale. So today's a little different. So what we're going to do is actually get transported back to Richmond where we had lunch and stay there the night, then transport back to here in the morning. So a little bit different, but it keeps the distances more even, just crossing the road, and yeah, also works with accommodation. So there you go.
Oh, great one.
You're all good in the back there? Yeah. You're behaving? You're not putting your arms out the window? Good job. Went out fine dining in Richmond. It was lovely to get out to a proper restaurant for a change. So out and about in the evening at Richmond. Just had the best meal so far on this trip. Beautiful Italian restaurant. And yes, I finally had my dessert. It was called Semifreddo, which I've never heard of, but very delicious. If you're not sure what's in it, go Google. Anyway, going to check out the castle here at Richmond in the rain. So we'll see what we see. So continuing off to look for the castle. Oh, there's for an interesting shape of a building. These tiny little cobblestone roads. Yeah, Richmond's pretty cool. And it's so much fun to wander around at like 9 o'clock in the evening. And it's still light. So good. Yeah, it's a pretty cool walk right around the edge of the castle. It goes way up there. No one's around, but don't feel unsafe, so I'll carry on. The lighting's not great, but I'm sure you'll get the general idea. And look at this, they've put in really nice little seats. So I wonder what that was originally. Ah, the history. Yeah, gotta love it. So this is a little dark area. I'm not quite sure whether I should be here, but I've just checked on the map and it's like, I don't know, not even 5 minutes away from another street. So I'm sure I am fine. I think I can run pretty fast anyway, so c'est la vie. So just like that, I'm back out in the street. So I did a bit of a loop around the castle. Not quite sure what this building is in front, and unfortunately not here in Richmond for very long. So I can't keep checking it out. But this is obviously a housing street, but look, lots of properties for sale. And these flower baskets, they're in so many places and they're so pretty. I do love just walking around. So just walking up back to the B&B that I'm staying in. So this street is called French Gate and the B&B is called 66 French Gate. So you got to wonder why French Gate, you know? Obviously something to do with the French, but I don't know the history. But it's really pretty with all these terraced houses. Well, I made it back to the accommodation, which was very lovely. And here's a few signs of what's coming up in my next video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. This is where we went this time. Until next time, bye for now.